right, let's bring in House Judiciary member and House Armed Services Committee member Lance Gooden. Congressman Gooden, thank you so much for joining us. One of President Trump's latest Truth Social posts, Iran has agreed to never have a nuclear weapon. Also, the story that the U.S. is paying Iran $300 million is fake news. So hop into this conversation here. Do you have any hesitations when it comes to what we've learned so far about this memorandum that we've entered into with Iran?
If I believed everything in the fake news, there'd be lots of hesitations. But because I know President Trump's in charge, I'm very confident that this deal will be a good deal for Americans, for our partners in Israel and allies in the region. No one's writing big checks to Iran, and whatever Iran benefits from economically is going to come with performance-based measures. I'm confident that President Trump and J.D. Vance didn't give away the farm in this deal, and they're working on the details. I know the Qataris have been very involved, and I'm very thankful to them, and I know the president is close to the Emir of Qatar, and they've been speaking frequently. These are folks that want peace in their region. Iran is in their backyard, and it is very much in their interest, in the Qataris' interest, to ensure that there's a lasting deal, that the Iranians don't have a nuclear weapon, and that they follow the terms of this deal, which we're going to see in the coming days and be very pleased with.
Okay, so then how should President Trump sell this deal while he's at the G7 to the G7 leaders?
Well, you know, I'm not so sure that the G7 leaders have been very much sold on this military conflict since it started. So I'm not confident that the president wakes up caring what they think. I think his ultimate folks that he's got to sell this to are the American people. And I think that will be done quite soon with the lowering of the prices at the pump. The American people can get back to their business and buy their plane tickets and take their trips and not worry about the cost of fuel. And I think that peace in the region is going to help our economy and jumpstart it in a way that it's perhaps been lagging in these last few months. But I think at the end of the day, when this fighting has stopped and when the oil prices are down, President Trump is going to declare our nation a winner in this deal. And I think that Iran not having a nuclear weapon was the ultimate goal, and we are very close to that point.
Well, Congressman, if past is prologue, there is a real possibility that this memorandum is signed. We enter into this 60-day period, and after all is said and done, Iran does not agree to give up its nuclear ambitions. If that does happen, as a member of the House Armed Services Committee, what do you think should happen next? What should our response be?
Well, if Iran doesn't cooperate, then the economic incentives, I suspect, will be taken away. I suspect President Trump would not accept that, and I think we'll perhaps be back where we were. I don't believe anyone wants that on either side of this conflict. So I'm going to not say that I have faith in the Iranians, but say that I am trusting this process to be different than it's been in the past. I do believe that all sides know that President Trump is serious when he says he will go in and he will start this conflict right back up. I do believe that the Qataris are playing a great role in this, and they're working closely with not just us, but with the Iranians and saying this has to stop. You guys are causing too much trouble in the region, and you have a real opportunity to have a very fruitful future with peace and prosperity, and that's something that they've not had for years, and I know that they're interested in that if that's an option. They'll have to play by the rules of this agreement, and I suspect that the president will hold them to it.
Meantime, Congress is racing to renew that key surveillance program, FISA, while President Trump pushes lawmakers to pair the measure with the Save America Act, arguing election integrity must remain a top priority. The president posting on Truth Social, quote, "I'm against FISA if it does not come with the Save America Act full version firmly attached to it. Make America great again." So, Congressman, all this after the Democrats said they're not going to support FISA if Bill Pulte is the interim DNI. So you have Trump over here, you have Democrats in Congress over here. Looks like we're very, 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 very far apart. How does this all get resolved?
Well, you know, the American people don't know how bad things are, and that is that we are in a state of heightened alert because we've got so much going on in the nation. We've still got all these terrorists here that Joe Biden let in when the border was wide open, and Democrats had no problem with that. They weren't focused on national security then. And so what we've got to do is get this bill passed. I think we'll get it passed very soon. The president wants the SAVE Act passed as well. I don't have a lot of faith in the Senate to get that done, but we'll see what happens. And next week, the House is back in second session. We're going to work to pass this. We've got FIFA going on around the nation. Our Secretary of the Homeland, Mark Wayne Mullen, said we are in a situation that we've never been before, and things that are taking hours historically are now taking days. And that's not something that we should be happy and content with. So we've got to get this bill passed. I know the president does want it passed, but I know the president's also angry that this has been used against him in the past when Democrats are in charge. So he wants this done right, and I support that.
I hope you're right. It's got to get done.
Yeah, it's expired since Friday, and I know that there are many members of Congress who feel just like you that our national security, especially in this heightened time with America 250 and World Cup events taking place, depends on this Section 702. House Judiciary Committee member Lance Gooden, we thank you so much for joining us this morning.